Merry Christmas, everyone. Today flowers for Christmas. It's good for all of us, and I wish you Merry Christmas. If you want, you can click on the link below for the playlist for the class. And please subscribe, like the video, and share it with your friends. Thank you, and Merry Christmas, Buon Natale from Italy.
Starting in a comfortable sitting position, hands over the knees. Inhale, bring the hands up. Exhale, hands over the heart. Inhale into your heart. And now if you want, you can decide about the dedication for the class. We're going to start the class in down facing dog. So you can get into your down facing dog. Bring your hands shoulder distance and your feet hip distance. And now you can walk in place. Take a moment here. Bend your knees, one knee and then the other. Inhale, the right leg come up, lift it to the sky. Bend the knee, open your hip. We're gonna draw some circles on the ceiling with our right knee. 3 to 5 circles to one side. The bigger the circle, the better. And then switching direction. Good. Reach the right leg up and bring the right foot between your hands. Drop the back knee on the mat. And let's reach the hands to the sky. Bring the palms of the hands together. Sink your hips forward and down. You're going to try to find some length in the spine. And see if you can add a slight of back bend, which will give you a nice stretch on the left hip flexor. Good. Bring the hands back down on the mat on the inside of the right leg. We're going to wiggle the right foot out to the right side. Bring the elbows on the floor if you want. And now we can do some circles with the hip. To one side. And then to the other side. We're going to give our joints a little bit of love. Good. And coming back to the center. Sink down as deep as you can. And now turn the right toes out to the right side. Roll over the outer edge of the right foot. Let the right knee open up. You can take the right hand to the right knee and press it away from you. Only if it feels good. Getting a nice deep stretch. Breathe into the stretch and gently release. Let's plant our hands on the mat. Help ourselves to go back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg come up. Bend your knees, open your hip and do some circles with the knee to one side and to the other side. Switch direction. Good. Straight the left leg all the way up. You can do flex or point. You can decide with the foot. And now exhale and bring the foot forward between your hands. Reach the back knee on the floor and reach your hands up to the sky. Sink your hips down and let's grow a little taller here. So inhale and reach all the way up. Exhale, sink deeper. Open the chest, look up. A little back bend. Few deep breaths. Stretching the right flexor. Good. Bring the hands down on the inside of the left foot. Wiggle the left foot out to the left side and sink your hips down You can stay on your hands or come down to your elbows, whatever feels better for you. And let's start to do some circles with your hips. Pay attention to the left knee. Make sure that it's right over the left ankle. Good. Returning back to the center, sinking down as deep as you can go. And let's turn the left toes out to the left side, roll over the outer edge of the left foot, letting your knee fall out to the side. You can bring the left hand to the left knee, pressing it away from you. Nice deep breath. Gently release and come back up to downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Left leg back up and step your left foot forward, and we're gonna walk the hands to the right side, sinking our hips down. We're coming into side lunge. Left elbow can press into the left knee, rotating your right leg open, flex in the left foot, bring your hands to the heart center, or you can also sit. Another option, binding your hands behind you. But if you want the stretch to be much efficient, try to bring yourself up. You can also leave your hands on the floor. Or for a deep option, you can bind your hands behind you. Interlock the finger behind you, look up to the sky. I know it's hard. You can come back to the center. And now let's do the other side. So you're going to move to the left, bending the knee. Back is straight. Hands can be in front of you or bring the hands on the heart center. The other variation is to sit down, bending the knee, and also here you can open the chest and look behind you. Or if you're going to stay into the low lunge, you can also do a bind, so you can bring the hands around you, interlock the fingers. Yeah, it's hard also for me. Good, back to the center. Good, relax. And now we're gonna come up into plie, squat. Sink down. Each exhale, try to sink more. Knees looking the direction of the toes. Let's hold here, squeezing your inner thighs. Sink a little deeper. You can also hold your shin bones if you want to have a deeper stretch. Press the knees out to the side. Feel your hips open up to the side. 3 more breaths. Good. Now let's fold forward. Bring the hands to the mat. Fold deeply. Walking your hands back, reaching the crown of the head towards the mat. Take a few deep breaths. And you can grab your right ankle, stretch to the right, and then move to the other side, stretch to the left, back to the center. Now bring your feet a little bit closer, turn the feet to the side, and let's go to low squat. So your both knees are out to the side, your elbows are pressing into your thighs. Try to lift your chest and drop your hips here. You can also sit on the block if you need. And swing from side to side if it feels good. Good. 2 more deep breaths. And gently release your hands down to the mat, and we're going to step back into downward facing dog. We're going to drop our knees on the mat to a tabletop. And we're going to be moving into frog stretch. So you can also bend your mat, so if you don't want to hurt your knees, you can use a blanket, and you just slide your knees to the side. You're going to come down to your elbows, and here you want your knees to be in line with your hips and your feet to be in line with your hips. It's like you have a half square behind you, so flex your toes. Make sure your feet are turning out and sink down. We're gonna hang out here for a while, so just enjoy the stretch. I'm gonna show it for you from the side, how it's look like. You can also, if you want, you can drop your chest on the ground, sink down, relax, bring the chin on the ground. Otherwise, you can just drop the belly down and make a slight back bend and squeeze your butt. You can feel it more. You can bring the sole of the feet together if it feels good. Check to see how your body reacts to the stretch. If you feel your inner toes clenching and you feel like you hold yourself up, try to relax, breathe, sink into the stretch. So if your feet are together, try to leave your knees on the floor and your hips on the floor. Good, and now slowly come out of the pose and let's move to child pose with knees open to the side. Good, let's come out of it and let's sit in butterfly pose, feet together, close to you as much as you can. Hold your feet or ankles, sit high and tall, take a deep inhale, and while you exhale, fold forward. Take your elbows into your thighs, pressing the thighs open. Breathe. Try to bring your forehead to the floor, allowing yourself to sink deeper in every breath. Slowly come up, and we're going to move in double pigeon. Bring the right shin on top of the left shin. Take a gaze down. You want to check that the right heel is right on top of the left knee, and the right knee is on top of the left heel. So you can see a triangle between your legs. If your knee is high, it's fine. Try to press it with your hand slightly and stay up. If you want more, you can fold forward, bring your elbows to the floor or your forehead. Breathe. And walking your hands all the way up. And let's change sides. Bring the left shin on top of the right shin. Take a gaze down. You want to check that the left heel is right on top of the right knee, and the left knee is on top of the right heel. So again, you can see a triangle, and now you can stay up or fold forward on your elbows, or bring your forehead to the floor if you can, and just relax. Breathe into the stretch, into the hip opener. Take a deep breath. And now walking your hands all the way up. Let's go back into butterfly pose, holding your feet close to you, straight back. You can also try to bring the forehead to the floor if you want. And slowly come up, and now let's take our legs nice and wide to a straddle. walk your hands out in front of you. Reach your chest down to the ground. You can relax your legs, toes looking up. Just take a few deep breaths here. Try to relax your inner thighs. You can also hold your big toe if you want. And slowly walk your hands all the way up. Good, now let's move to pigeon pose. If you want, you can shake your legs. Right leg forward, square your hips with the front of the mat. The goal in pigeon pose is that the shin bone will be parallel to the front of the mat. Only if it feels good, with completely square hips, of course. So first you want to check your alignment. You want your hips to be square and not to fall to the side. And then straight back, look up, and slowly with the exhale you can go down on your elbows or lying down, bring your hands on the floor, relax and breathe. Take a deep Ujjayi breath and try to not to start to think, but concentrate also here on your breath. And you can walk your hands to the right and start to walk your hands all the way up. And now we're going to reach the right hand to our back foot and see if you can pull it towards you. And we're going to change the hands. Now the left hand to the back foot, pull it close to you. And now you can stay here, or if you want, and bring the left foot in the left inner elbow, reaching the left hand up. You can stay here, or you can reach your right hand up and back, clasping the fingers into mermaid pose. Press the hands away from you, sending the gaze up or back, and breathe here and gently release your hands. We will cross our knees, stacking the knees on top of each other. If your knees up, stay up. If the knees touching each other and they are in line, you can fold forward. If you want, you can also wiggle the feet far from you and you can see if you feel more stretch like this. Some days I feel more stretch when the feet close to me and sometimes when they far from me. And let's change legs. If the knees are not right on each other, don't fold forward. You're gonna hurt your knees. If you want, you can wiggle your feet to the side and see if you can feel more stretch like this. Breathe and slowly come all the way up. Let's go to pigeon pose on the left side. Left shin bone forward, right leg going to be behind you. Square your hips, pulling the right hip down. Sit up nice and tall for a few breaths, and then you can bring your elbows on the floor or lay down all the way if it feels good. And breathe. Concentrate on your breath. Deep breathing from the belly. Feel the right hip flexor open. Walk your hands to the left. And walk your hands back to the center. Now grab the back foot with your left hand. Bring it close to you. And now with the right hand, bring the foot close to you. And if you want, you can go to mermaid pose. Bring the back foot in the inner part of the elbow. Interlocking the fingers, look up or behind you. Open the chest. Good, and slowly release the foot down and bring it in front of you. And we're gonna sit. And we're gonna try to do our lotus pose. Right foot come all the way to our left hip crease. Let the right leg open up to the right side. An option, grabbing your left foot, pulling it up to the right hip crease and sit up and tall. Take a few deep breaths. And gently release your lotus, and let's do it on the other side. Again, sit up and tall. Breathe. And bring your feet back on the mat. Let's move to a fast twist. Bend your right knee and set your right foot outside of your left knee or a little bit high. Right hand on your mat. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale to twist, so your left elbow coming outside of your right knee. Reaching your right hand to the back. So here first you want to get longer with your back. And then you're going to twist more gently, not force it. Come back to the center. Left foot on the outside of your knee or thigh. Left hand behind you. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, right elbow outside of your knee. Gently twist and open here. The elbow pulling against the knee, but don't push yourself. Don't push too much so you hurt yourself. You want to listen to your body. A few more breaths. Each exhale, try to twist a little more. And slowly come back to the center. Now bring the right foot into your inner elbow and wrap your right arm around your right thigh. Sway the legs side to side. Sit nice and tall. Pull the right foot up forward toward your shoulder. It's another really good hip opener. And let's change side. You're going to bring the left foot on the inner elbow. Wrap your hands around your thigh and swing from side to side if you want, or just stay here and breathe. Stay tall and slowly bring the legs down. Feet on the ground and slowly lay back on the ground. Hold your outer side of the feet or your big toes into happy baby. You can swing from side to side, doing a massage to your lower belly. Now bring your feet together close to you in a butterfly laying pose. Leave your back on the floor. You can do some face cow pose. So you're gonna again bring the knees one on top of each other. Bring the foot close to you. And then switching side. It's like the one we did before sitting. Hug your knees close to you. Massage your lower back. And now slowly you can get into Shavasana pose. Relax your body, relax your feet, your legs, your buttocks, relax your belly, your lower back, middle back, upper back. Relax your shoulders, your arms, hands and fingers. Relax your neck, your face, your eyes, your cheeks, your mouth. All the body is relaxed, melting on the floor, feeling heavy. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for joining me. You can stay here as much as you need. And see you soon. Namaste.